Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, I'm going to give you quite a few updates, so bear with me. First, on the small layout, I've made a bit more progress. Put some more paint down. Started doing a base coat for the scenery. I still don't have anything running on the top deck yet. I've got to remove all of the top deck and I just want to run through and make sure everything works on the lower deck first. But you can see I've been making, you probably can't see very well there because the light's not so great, but I've been making some hills. Did that last week or the week before. Also, I started messing around with the mountain and I think it came out okay considering it's a small one. So as you can see, I've still got to put the sides on it. So it looks like World War III, but other than that, it's getting there. So I even made like a little hill here to split those two sections. So I'll probably have a little industry here and maybe a small industry there and something else there. So, but this little layout has been extremely useful to practice on. I'm really glad I did it, and I really enjoyed it as well. So if you're new to the hobby, don't start too big. Start with something like this, or even a single deck, you know, and learn about the scenery, learn about paint and colors and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm getting into the scenery. I'm really enjoying it. So, and it doesn't cost a lot. You don't have to have a ton of track to do it. So this has been really good. Yeah, that's it on that. So now I'm going to turn attention to the big layout, and I've started on the scenery, and that's looking in from the garage into the layout room. Just going to duck under here, and I'll turn around. So, excuse the shaky camera. So I've built, I think last time I showed you when I did an update some months ago, I had this bridge, and I finally got around to putting in the second protective siding so trains can't fall off, as you can see there. It needs another coat of green, which I'll do today. Also, I've started making some rocks. I had designs on making this another bridge, but I wanted to make it more scenery just to sort of practice and just to see what I could do, really. And it seems to have come out quite well. And in fact, I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it Broken Rock Pass. So that's that little part of the layout there. And I decided to use the Kato train station sections because, frankly, I was running out of straight track. After 7 or 8 years of collecting stuff, I'm finally starting to run out of track. So I had to get a little bit creative. But it's cool. So because, you know, the rocks are solid and you can't blast through it, the designers had to design the track to go through it in a kind of unusual way. So yeah, look, obviously there's no paint on the rocks yet, but that's the next phase. So hoping it works out anyway. So that's that. The other thing that I've done is I cut out a section here and put a bridge in on the top deck. So I just did that yesterday. In fact, I think the last time I made an update, I said I'd removed all the 00 track, and it's all the Hornby stuff is down there. And I'm really glad I did it because it was just getting too much. It was just let's get this out of the way. It was just going to be way too much to have, you know, 00 N gauge and G scale as well. But I'll just run you around the room. So that's it there. And I've also started making scenery over there and experimenting with consists. Now that looks a bit ridiculous, but there's method in my madness, because if I come back to these, that is how they started. Okay, they were just blocks of foam, and I cut them and shaped them, sanded them, and various other things to get the shape I wanted. So I'll do the same with that one over there, and the glue's still drying on that, so I won't be able to start again until, I don't know, probably next week or later this week. So, and I've started thinking about the background as well, the backdrop. So I'm just experimenting with getting the hills or the mountains to blend in. So a lot more work to do, but I'm getting there. So anyway, but you can see the top deck runs same route as the 00 did. I'm just using the space I had for the 00. So So obviously I wanted to do something like that because I got this pillar in the way, and yeah, I didn't really know what to do with it. So I thought, well, let's just make a kind of a mountain, hill, rocky outcrop tunnel type situation. So don't know what I'll call it yet. I think I might call it something crazy like, you know, Three Sisters or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. There you go. So it's just a big loop. Goes all the way around, and excuse the mess, I'm reviewing all my 1950s era rolling stock. These are sheets of white foam. I use this on the small layout, but I can see I'm going to use it on the big layout as well. If there's some good uses for that, and it's really cheap. So, and I'm just laying out foam in different areas where I want different hills and mountains. So these are really old, super old. They've got Rapido couplers, and they're some of the first things I ever bought, and I've never used them, never run them, because I then stopped using Rapido couplers. I don't even have a locomotive with a Rapido coupler, so, but I like them. I'll integrate them somehow. So that's that. So yeah, back to the bridge again. And then the other big update is this. So this is back to the G scale now on the LGB. So I put after the bridge, I put a tunnel using the blue foam again. And then it was just a straight side here, and I didn't really have too much of an idea of what I wanted to do with it. Now Polar, I think, make an engine or a locomotive shed, like a maintenance facility, and it's a fabulous kit. It really is great. And I think Kato make one as well, and that's a great kit. But it just didn't fit right, and I had to somehow blend in the top deck to the bottom deck, and have this G scale tunnel and the bridges and all that. So I'm going to fudge it a little bit, and I made this weird looking blue thing, which doesn't look much at the moment. But the idea is I'll do something similar like I did here with this brickwork, because that's all blue foam as well. And it's painstaking, but you can use a soldering iron and cut in the brick pattern and then paint it and weather it. And so I'll probably do something similar here, and with the tunnel portal as well, and obviously paint the inside of the tunnel portal. And then I think what I'll do is I'll probably end up making a small wooden structure, something that just comes straight out, like a little bolt-on engine shed, and I'll sort of cut this out so the track will go right back. And if I just sort of pan back, you can see that's the plan. And then obviously I'll finish all this off. Again, more brickwork, and I've got some extra foam to continue on the line down there. So it'll be in theory, one flat brick wall. And I'll extend something. I'll probably use some of the thicker foam and go straight across this way. And it'll be a pull out. So I store a lot of the G scale power supplies and the NTS, which is a multi-train system. It's basically DCC for G scale, and it's an old system, but it works all right. So that's it. Boring stuff. I don't know if you've seen my other videos. I had tons and tons and tons of stuff. It was sticking all the way out. I could never access it. So I got sick of it. So I'm gradually getting rid of or using all the wood and all the blue foam, because I couldn't move in here anymore. It was just too much. So that's it. That's the updates really. Nothing. I haven't run any trains on this top deck. Oh yeah, one other thing I want to go through as well is at the moment the top deck and the upper deck and the lower deck on the end scale, they're not connected. They're two completely separate circuits. Okay. So the idea is one day there's going to be a big station down there. I'll probably have to kit bash something to make it work, because there's nothing really on the market that will fit. And I want to be able to pass trains from lower deck to the upper section. So my idea is I'll probably put a turnout in here, and then gradually on a 2% grade run all the way down and rejoin about there. It's about 8 feet, which is, I don't know what that is in meters, but that's enough for the 2% grade. And then to send a train back up or back down, depending on which way you're going, the next loop will, excuse the mess, there'll be another turnout roundabout here on the lower section, and it'll gradually go up, and rejoin here, possibly. We'll see. Possibly even here, I can see this being I can put a turnout here because it's already got the correct shape and radius curve. So I could swap swap that curve for, say, a number 6 right-hand turnout and just come straight down, and gradually it'll work. I think that's the theory anyway. Oh yeah, I recut this, recut it and repaint it. It was the wrong shape, so I just made it a bit too wide, so I've narrowed it a little bit and everything fits. Apart from about 10 minutes after the paint dried, I stepped on it and cracked it because I'm silly. And then that's it really. I can't really think of any other updates. That's what I've been doing. But it's quite a lot. I've done quite a lot in the last few weeks. So, but yeah, it's been good. It's been really, I'm so glad I ditched the 00. Nothing against 00, you know, and British trains, nothing wrong with that. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And the Hornby stuff I've got in there and the track, it's not cool. Somebody gave that to me a long time ago. And so anyway, I need to get back in touch with him because he's a nice old guy that gave me that. And I need to say, look, thanks, but I'm not going to use it. So do you want me to sell it? And I'll, you know, give him all the money or something. I don't know. So if you know anybody in Spain looking for Hornby stuff, give me a shout. Okay, that's it. Oh yeah, one other thing. Oh yeah, sorry, that's not it. One more update. There we go. So I had to shave off that mountain in order to fit the track in. So that's why there's a blue section there. So anyway, that's it. That's it from me. Sorry for the long update. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy the trains. I'm home now until after Christmas, which is cool. I'm really looking forward to just being here for another 3-4 weeks. And then I go back to the boat for 10 or 11 weeks after Christmas. So hopefully I'll get more done in time for one more update. So I hope to get all my hills done. Anyway, thanks for watching.